What's up, everybody, and welcome to Tino's Time Wrestling. And on this very special episode, guys, we are going to be talking some video games. We're going to be talking about WWE 2K23. 1 week ago, the Icon and the Deluxe Edition came out on Friday. The regular Standard Edition came out for everybody. And we have a lot of different game modes. We got the ShowCase. We got My Faction, we got Universe mode, we got My Rise, we got My GM mode, and we have Exhibition, where you can go and you can play any type of match type, custom match type, any type of match type. And the new match type in this year's game is War Games, everybody. And since your boy Tino cannot yet play the game here on the channel, I'm still trying to figure out a way to do it. And as soon as we do, we will. I thought when I finish a mode in the game, I figured I'd come on here and give you my thoughts, the good, the bad, the ugly, what I didn't like, what I liked, what I would change, what I would do, who I would do the next showcase for, should they bring back showcase mode, and everything else in between. So, guys, thank you guys all coming here, hanging out with your boy Tino on this, what's today, Tuesday? This Tuesday afternoon. We got NXT tonight. I don't even know what day it is anymore, guys. But Chris is in the building. What's up, Chris? Thanks for coming, hanging out. He says, I'm back from my mama's house and I'm not doing WWE showcase mode. Well, Chris, if you have not yet, I'm going to tell you why you should. And if you have yet, let me know in the chat what you guys have been feeling about it. How are you guys feeling? Do you guys enjoy it? Have you guys tried it yet? This is one of the first modes I wanted to do in the game. Obviously, you guys know how big of a John Cena fan I am. And the biggest twist about this year's showcase mode, we've obviously, last year we had Rey Mysterio, and then 1 year we had that thing with the Fiend and Finn Balor we had to do, and then there was the one with Steve Austin. He was on the cover and everything like that. We've had a bunch of different types, but this year, the one difference was instead of playing as John Cena throughout all these matches, we were playing as his opponents. And as you guys can see behind me, the first match, they didn't go in chronological order of his career. The first match in the mode was his ECW One Night Stand match against Rob Van Dam, where we obviously know how there was, if Cena wins, we riot. If Cena wins, we riot and everything like that. And, I was expecting them to go in chronological order, but they did not. So I wanted to show you guys a piece of a gameplay that I was able to find and that I had and that part of the game. And it shows you guys, if you guys have not yet, it shows you your objectives, what you have to do. And it kind of, what it does in these matches is that it goes through it like the actual match, but it gives you these objectives in the top left corner that you have to complete, like a grapple, or do your finisher, or do your signature, or do anything like that. What's up, Uzi guy? He says there's no bad or ugly. I mean, there's a few things I would change. Overall, I thought it was really good, but we'll talk more about that as we get throughout the show. But there was a few bad. So, gives you the objectives to do throughout the match. And honestly, the only thing I don't like about that is I like the objectives, but some of them, maybe just because I'm not very good at the game, but I found some of them very difficult. And then there was one point that I was doing it, maybe because it just came out, because I did start playing it the night it came out and everything. It did crash a few times, but I haven't had too many issues with that, so I'm not complaining at all. I mean, it is what it is. It happens, but I had to restart the match. So it kind of sucked that I had to restart the match a few times. But overall, reliving the John Cena Rob Van Dam match again, this is one of my favorite matches, and I really want to go back and rewatch this pay-per-view in its entirety on the Retro Series during the summer. I really like this match, and the coolest thing about the showcase I really enjoy the most about it is that we can see, and while we're doing the objectives, it does little cutscenes to where you go back and you're actually watching the match. So we see little clips of where, it goes into like video game mode, but then it goes into real life, and we see real life Rob Van Dam, and we see real life, John Cena and whoever else. The one thing I didn't like, though, about the real life thing, and obviously there's a lot of things and stuff they can't show because of how things were back then and everything, but I felt like when I was watching the like real life, there were so many blurred out parts. Like I felt like I was just looking at blur. Like I don't know if anybody else felt that way, but looking at like the blur and like seeing that the whole time, like sometimes it kind of annoyed me. We couldn't see any of the referees. I don't know why they couldn't show like Charles Robinson and stuff like that, but it didn't make any sense to me. But I mean, that is what it is. But that was one of the only things I didn't like about it, was just all the blur. And then when it wasn't real life for a lot of these, it was not, and we couldn't hear the announcers. So like when the match was going on, you can't hear the announcers, and then when like the gameplay was going on, you can't hear the announcers. So it was like, if I remember, I think last year in Rey Mysterio, I think you could hear the announcers. You can, yes, you can do showcase mode on easy if you want. You can do it on easy, normal, legend. You can do it on whatever. I did it on normal because I wanted to have some type of competition. I feel like easy is way too hard. I'll be honest. I played on easy the first few exhibition games I played because I was trying to figure out the gate, like the pin and everything like that, because the pin simulation is different. You could go back to the rapid. That's what I ended up doing just because I like the rapid more than the flick. But the one thing is with that, you still have to do that with the last man standing matches. And I lost the last man standing match because I couldn't figure it out. And the thing got stuck. So that is like a part of it. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the gameplay. But throughout this whole entire mode, you can obviously, as you go through these modes, they get and they unlock other matches. And I remember the second match. The second match was the match with Kurt Angle. So we had the match with Kurt Angle, and this, I don't have the pictures in chronological order because I was not able to find all of them. So I'm just going to go through this and show you guys like the ones that they did have as we go through these pictures. And as you guys can see, we had the SummerSlam match, the greatness acknowledgement. And throughout, the other thing I really did enjoy about this whole entire thing was after you finished one match, John Cena would tell the story of the rivalry. So I heard a lot of different stories, especially like the SummerSlam, or we'll talk about one with Undertaker in a little bit, a Brock Lesnar match. And that was the one thing I kind of forgot throughout going through the showcase mode, is I forgot that it was the matches he lost. So like we saw the match with we see the match with John Cena and The Rock at WrestleMania 28. But I was like, where's the match with Rock and Cena at 29? And I was like, wait, oh yeah, he won that. So we can't have that on here. So we had the match with Roman Reigns, and as you guys can see, we had the match with Edge at SummerSlam with Lita. You unlocked Lita. If you guys can see here where it shows rewards, it will show you everything that you will unlock. So for like example, in this one, we unlocked this John Cena, the Roman in the picture, and then we unlock SummerSlam 2021. And then same thing for like The Rock and The Rock and Cena. We unlocked WrestleMania 28. We unlocked The Rock. And then we unlocked John Cena. So let me go and show you a couple more. This is the one I was talking about with Undertaker. It is called Dead Man Walking, from when John Cena and Undertaker faced it's Vengeance Day, Vengeance Day 2003. So you were able to see that. And then you were also with Undertaker. We did back-to-back. And you did the WrestleMania 34 match where Undertaker squashed him in like 4 seconds. And if you guys can see right there, there's the beginning. It goes Rob Van Dam, Kurt John, Undertaker, and then we go to Night of Champions with the game Triple H. And that Night of Champions one match, I don't know why, but that was one of my favorites to replay, just specifically for the fact that was a match I kind of don't remember. So rewatching this and redoing this match was like, oh, okay, that's really kind of cool. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm down for it. So this is the match that we had next. We had the Triple H and John Cena, as I said. So that was a really fun match to play, just because I kind of don't remember that match. And I was like, oh yeah, true. So it's ones like that. And then hearing the stories of John Cena, telling them throughout, like how he felt about Triple H and how he felt about Randy and how he felt about Taker and all of them, especially the different personas, because we saw him face Big Evil Taker and then we saw him face Dead Man Taker. So it was just really, really cool. And like I said, the biggest thing was the objectives, because there was a couple times I did the objectives and things were locked, like on this AJ Styles one, it shows the reward where the thing is locked, the other two is locked. And the one thing I found out is that you have to go and you have to continue on with the story, and you have to continue as you continue on, and the further you get, the more you unlock, and you end up, by the end of it, you end up unlocking everything. So if you have not played it yet, just make sure you do play all the way through, and make sure that you do that, because then we will be able to see that. So then, yeah, just make sure you guys do that, and make sure you guys play it all the way through, because that's very important, especially if you want to unlock all of these different things that they have here. So everybody, let's go to another match. We have another match, streaking the chains, or breaking the chains, I should say, not streaking the chains. And this match with Brock Lesnar is another one that I kind of forgot about at Backlash. I didn't even realize this match happened, to be honest. I remember the SummerSlam match where Brock Lesnar just F5'd him 75 different times. But I did not remember seeing this match at Backlash. But this is where we got Brock Lesnar from Here Comes the Pain. We got Thugonomics John Cena, and we got the WWE Championship. So I was really happy with that one, because I was wondering where that WWE Championship was at. When I first opened the game, I went into X Division, like I said, and I wanted to play a few matches just to see how it played and everything like that. I was like, where's the WWE Championship at? And I was like, oh, okay. So that is the other thing. You do have to play through this if you want to unlock these things. There is no other way of unlocking these things. And I'll tell you a story after we go through the showcase mode and all these pictures and everything that I did on my rise that kind of messed me up to the point where I got to go back. I had to go back, and I literally had to spend 2 to 3 hours a few days ago redoing what I just did the day before, because I forgot to do what I was supposed to do. So yeah. So we got The Undertaker, as I said, Undertaker versus John Cena in WrestleMania 34. You unlock WrestleMania 34, or that's not, is that 30? Yeah, that's 30. Yeah, 34. John Cena at 34, and then you unlock The Undertaker. Same with Edge, but this one is cool with Edge. You get Lita. So if you guys remember at this time when Edge was facing John Cena at New Year's Revolution and SummerSlam and all that stuff, Lita was with him. So we were able, and you guys unlocked, and we unlocked 3 different types of Litas. And I can never have enough Litas, so I'm all about it. And yes, it would be nice to see and have them have different superstars, but this this Lita that was around this time in 2006 when her and Edge were at the title and everything like that, that was my favorite Lita. So I was really happy to be able to get her and now be able to play with her in the game, because I don't know about you guys, but I don't like that white attire that they have for her, like, base character. We also have this SummerSlam match in 2008, right? Yeah, 2008. This is another match I kind of forgot about. And that's the thing with a lot of these matches. There was some of them I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, we did do that, and we did, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, oh, okay, true. So we had Batista, the Animal Rage, and this is, right around the time when Batista and John Cena, and they did their thing that they did already. They won the titles and stuff. But with this one, you get the arena that they faced at the SummerSlam, and then you get the Batista and the John Cena. Guys, I don't think the other thing I did not like about it is, why do we need all these John Cenas? Couldn't we just have like one John Cena from like 2010 to 2014, and then one John Cena from like 2006 to 2008? Like, I don't need a John Cena from 2006. I don't need a John Cena from 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, etc., etc. Like, I love my man John Cena, guys, but I don't need that many John Cenas in my life. We got Sports Carnage. What's up, guy? How you doing? Big up. It's Muncie. Oh, it's the Sports Capital, guys. They changing their name. Sports Capital, changing things up a little bit. We got the crazy guy in the house. We got the number 1 Brewers fan in the house. What's up, guy? That's what I'm saying. One John Cena. I mean, like I said, if they had like 4 John Cenas, that would be fine. One match that I really did enjoy doing, though, and I don't know if they did do this in the past in the showcase modes, because I've only played the last like 3 showcase modes. And I don't even think the Finn Balor one even a showcase mode. I can't even remember. It feels like it was like 7 years ago at this point. But doing a Hell in the Cell in the showcase mode and seeing how they go in the in and out and the cutscenes and everything like that with these matches is so cool. And especially this Randy Orton, as much as I like the Viper and as much as I love this guy right now, I hated this Randy Orton so much. The bald Randy, the one that was gonna eat and kill somebody, his Viper like-ish, whatever qualities that he had. I don't know. But this Randy Orton guy is just, I did not like it all. So I was happy to unlock him because now I could beat his ass. And playing a Hell in a Cell with like the different types of cutscenes is kind of cool. So definitely enjoyed it. So if you guys see these two things where Randy is, because Randy, the Hell in the Cell match is the last match in the showcase, like the base showcase. And then once you complete that match, you unlock two other matches. And this is where it gets very, very confusing. And this is a good thing on why I wanted to do this episode. Because if you have not played this, I'm going to save you guys about 45 minutes because that's how long it took me to figure it out. So after you get done with the Hell in the Cell match, it brings you to this menu. And if you guys see that first Raw logo, you see the one above the Hell in the Cell, it brings you to this. And it brings you to the Never Give Up. And it says there's no reward. And it gives you like some type of like random thing to do where you have to then like pick an opponent that you already played with, and then you have to go and try to do the, like, it was weird. I don't know. So I picked Edge because I picked my favorite opponent. Like I picked my favorite rivalry. John Cena and Edge was my favorite rivalry. I was just like, okay. I was like, let's go. I'm all for it. So for 45 minutes, people, I thought I picked the wrong person. I kept picking Edge. I picked Brock. I picked Rock. I picked Kurt. I picked Rob Van Dam. And I'm like, why is this going into a cutscene? Why can I not do any moves? And why do I keep losing? And why do I have to continue to do this match? Literally 45 minutes, people, I spent trying to figure out why I could not move and advance to the next thing in the showcase mode. I was so frustrated. I turned off the Xbox. I walked away for like an hour because I just couldn't figure it out. And come to find out, you didn't have to do anything. It was just a part in the game that they just wanted to add. So once I figured that out and my dumbass decided just to move the analog stick up a little bit and go up to the other Raw logo, it brings you to a thing where you get to pick somebody that you get a pick and you actually get to fight against John Cena. Except you're not facing John Cena. You're facing Invisible John Cena. You're playing and you're facing Super Cena. And when I saw this, if you guys did not go check out the short that I posted about a week ago on Tino's Tom. When I saw that they literally had an invisible man walk out and you can't even see a face. It's literally just a shirt, a hat, elbow pads. He's got knee pads because take a look here in the next photo. This is what you have to do. So you pick a person. So you pick somebody that you already were in the showcase mode and you decide and you say if you want to, like, you got to beat this John Cena. So when you beat up the John Cena, you literally hit an air. And it looks like you're hitting somebody, but like it's doing some type of damage because the character is like some type of like, I don't know. But as you guys can see, you're facing like nothing, just a floating jean shorts thing. But then they do, and they have, we got John Cena giving Reggie an FU, attitude adjustment. So if you do and you get to that part as I showed you, you are able to, and you are able to unlock Super Cena. He is 100 overall, if I'm not mistaken. A 99 overall, 100 overall. I think he is 100 if I'm correct. And he is it's just so funny that they added it. I mean, it I guess it does take up. I want to show you guys some more gameplay so you guys can take a look at some more of the gameplay for the showcase mode. I can't wait to start playing this here with you guys. It's going to be so much fun. Here's some more pictures of showcase mode. See John Cena. We got some more. As you guys can see, we got more pictures. Guys, this mode, though, was definitely fun. And after you do beat Super Cena, and after you defeat him and not get FU'd like Reggie, you have to, and the final thing of the showcase, and this was probably the hardest because it took me 3 times to do. So you are John Cena, and you have to go up against Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, and Stone Cold Steve Austin in a fatal 4-way elimination match. But the one thing is you have to eliminate all 3 of them. And if some of them eliminate the other person, the match restarts and you have to restart. So the first time I did it, I eliminated Hulk Hogan. And while I was grabbing a weapon, Bruno Sammartino eliminated Stone Cold. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, me and Bruno. And then it says restart. I'm like, you suck. So then the second time, I take out Bruno. And I'm like, hell yeah, Bruno's gone. Easy dub. Let's go. Next thing I know, Stone Cold takes me out with a few stunners and does what Stone Cold does. And then he eliminates Hulk Hogan. And I got to redo it. And then finally, guys, after probably a 30-minute fatal 4-way match, your boy Tino defeated all 3 of these guys. And after you complete this, and after you complete the Council of the Legends, you unlock Bruno Sammartino and Hulk Hogan. And then they go, and after you press select and press continue and everything like that, it goes into the video and the end credits of our guy, John Cena, doing his thing. The You Can't See Me, talking about his career, talking about being grateful, talking about everything, and just talking about John. So altogether, I will say that it was a really fun game to play, or fun mode to play, I should say. Not a game, because the 2K is the game. Though it was a really fun mode to play. I really enjoyed it, and yes, not just because I'm a John Cena fan. I enjoyed it just because it was fun. It was one of those where you get lost in it. You get the little video packages that John does, and you get, there was a lot of memories that I kind of remembered, and especially when I did the Rock and Cena one, there was a lot of things from that match that I did that when we rewatched it on the Retro series on Sunday, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, that's pretty cool. So it's one of those modes, guys. If you guys have not gone and played, I definitely would go and play it and check it out. And, it doesn't take too long to beat, and you can do it on whatever mode you want. You can do it on easy, normal, hard, legend, whatever, all 4 of the modes and everything like that. So together, I'm going to give it about a 7 out of 10. Like I said, I enjoyed it. There were a few things I liked. There was a lot of things I liked, a few things I didn't like. I wish we could have heard Michael Cole and the commentator during the matches. I wish everything wasn't blurred out, that we could still show like Charles Robinson's face. I mean, Charles Robinson's all over social media. Why can't we see Charles Robinson's face? But like I said, all around together, I would play it. I'd do it again. I hope I don't got to do it again. But if anybody ever wants me to help them and help them play it or figure something out, I'm all about helping everybody out, because that's what you got to do. But the one thing I was not able to figure out, and I think you got to do this in my faction, is did anybody see this John Cena action figure like character that you can unlock and play in the game? So apparently, if you guys did not know, that you can now unlock a John Cena action figure version, and it is the action figure, the Walmart exclusive action figure, the Ruthless Aggression action figure, that I ordered about like 6 months ago and still have not received, but that's okay. Hopefully it will come in the mail eventually. So if anybody figures out how exactly to unlock this, let me know. I've tried to watch some of the gamers like Macho T, BDE, Chris Danger, and stuff to figure it out, but I can't figure it out. So if anybody knows how to unlock this action figure John Cena, let me know. And the last thing that I got here, or I got two things actually. The last thing I got here to tell you guys is before and when you guys do my rise, because that's what I'm doing right now. And that will most likely, unless I go and decide to play a full GM mode real quick, that will most likely be the next episode once I do finish the men's GM, the men's my rise, I should say. When you do the my rise, okay, this is my mistake. I went through it and I knew I had to do the side missions. And I knew I had to do all of the things that you had to do to complete it. And I wanted to make sure I did everything to unlock everything. Because I'm one of those. I just want to make sure I have everything unlocked. If I need anything, it's there. So I was doing all the side missions. I finished the first part. If you guys have seen all the gamers play, like the ones I just mentioned and stuff like that, they've been doing it. They start off with the lock, and then you go and you fight for the IC title, and you got to fight Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn brings out his boys and everything like that. And once you get done with that, you go and you get to pick between the Hurt Business and the Evolution. You get to pick between either a Randy Orton being your manager, and you get to pick between MVP being your manager. So you either join Evolution or you join the Hurt Business. The only difference between this, I realized, because you guys will find out in a minute, is that the only difference is MVP or Randy Orton, and there's different side missions that you probably unlock different things that you get if you pick the different things. Because as they said that it would be, there's different types of endings and different types of storylines, and there's a game, and it's a type of a game mode that we can play multiple times and have different endings. So it is one of those. But when I did do that, when the first time I did it, I picked Randy Orton. I picked Evolution. I got to join my boy Randy. I was like, hell yeah, got to join Randy Orton. So I joined Randy Orton. I did that, and I did all of the side missions and everything like that. And then you go and meet this guy Tarvish, and you go to and you're at an airport, and you go and you got to do with different things. You're competing in Japan, you're competing all over the world, because you get fired from WWE after you push Shawn Michaels. I don't want to ruin it too much for anybody unless they haven't played it yet, or if you guys have not played it yet. So I don't want to ruin too much for you. But you go into this airport after you get fired, and they go. And this is where it got tricky. So I was playing it. I did the game mode and everything like this. And I finished for the night. And the next day, I went and I was watching Macho T. Thank goodness I saw this from Macho T. So Macho T was playing against Jean-Paul Levesque. So I was watching it. I was like, oh, true. I was like, I wonder where Macho's at. And he's in the airport with this Tarvish guy. And so I didn't realize that there were side missions in your DMs. So there's a side mission that you have to do to unlock Jean-Paul Levesque, and you have to do it in your phone. And I did not do it. And because I went to a different story gate, as in I went from facing Sammy as the IC champion, I went from joining Evolution to go to being at the airport. So because I already skipped the story gate because I wanted to start the next story in the morning. I had to go and I had to restart the whole entire My Rise with a completely different character just to unlock Jean-Paul Levesque, whatever the heck his name is. I don't even know anymore. I don't care. But after 3 hours, guys, of redoing it, I unlocked Jean-Paul Levesque. I did a Hell in a Cell and I beat the shit out of him because I was mad. So make sure, big important update for you guys. Make sure you guys look up and what you guys need to do in My Rise to unlock Jean-Paul Levesque, Ezekiel, and all the arenas if you care about all those things. Because if you don't look up, once you go past the story gate, thank goodness I saw it when I did. Because if I would and I would it have got way farther in the game, I would not have went back and done it. I would have just been like, screw it. So thank goodness I did that, and thank goodness I saw that. I just did RVD versus John Cena. I love that match personally. It's one of my favorite matches. So yeah. But guys, that was my update on my rise. I just want to let you guys know that in case you haven't started that yet. Make sure you do all of the side missions. Look in your phone, look in your DM, look for the little brew like exclamation point. Make sure you do those missions. They're seriously important because I'm trying to figure out how to unlock Ezekiel right now. So once I figure that out, I'll let you guys know. But guys, that is all that I got here for you for my review of the WWE John Cena Showcase mode. Like I said, all around a fun mode, fun thing to do. My one thing that I want to say that if they're going to do one next year, I would love to see somebody like, maybe they do Cody Rhodes. Maybe it's just that simple. What if they do Seth Rollins and we get like the NXTs, like the NXT days of Seth Rollins when he won the NXT title and everything like that? I really hope they do bring back this showcase mode and they do have another superstar like a Cody, a Seth, maybe an Edge, maybe, somebody like that. I would love to do that again. I really hope that they do in 2024. We'll definitely have to see. Make sure you guys check out all of the other stuff here on the channel. I want to, and once I figure it out, I'm going to start uploading me playing it, but there's not going to be any sound. So you guys let me know if you guys want me to start doing that for right now. I could definitely play matches, upload them, and show you guys. But for right now, I can't play the game on a live and talk like Creed and Breeze or like Dank Ops and BDE and everything. I'm trying to figure it out. And as soon as we do, guys, we'll be here playing WWE 2K, Madden, MLB The Show. We'll be playing all the video games. So until then, guys, we're going to be doing these reviews. And I'm going to be telling you my thoughts because I love video games. If you guys didn't know, now you know. Your boy Tino's a video game holic. He plays too many video games. So I wanted to share all my thoughts with you guys. So if you have not yet, definitely go check out the John Cena Showcase mode. I appreciate all you guys coming here, hanging out with your boy Tino on this Tuesday afternoon. Remember, we'll be live here in 2.5 hours for NXT, as we're only 1 week away from NXT Stand and Deliver, guys. But until then, remember to go follow us on all the social medias on SoundCloud and Spotify at Tino's Time Wrestling on Instagram, Facebook, Tino's Time 1996 on Twitter, TikTok, and the Instagram. Make sure to hit that like button if you have not. Make sure to subscribe as we're on the road to 1,000, everybody. Let's go. We're going to get there, everybody. We're about 4 or 5 days away till WrestleMania week. We're going to be live here all week and next week. It's going to be a good time. So make sure you subscribe. And finally, turn that notification button on so you know when we go live tonight and the rest of the week. But guys, that's all I got here for you for the John Cena Showcase mode. And until tonight, when we go live for NXT, that's all I got here for you guys. And this is your boy Tino signing out. And I will see you guys all tonight for WWE NXT on the USA Network.